Hi, in this tutorial we will learn how to make simple form to enter some kind of data. We will enter name and last name in some kind of imaginary database. I also want to stress out that we will use absolute minimum of HTML because I don't want to put a lot of burden to you with different tags. Reason being, you can of course beautify a lot our form, but for now I want you to understand everything. So minimum of HTML. We need to use form tag and we need to close that. And everything form related goes in between. So right here, there are some things that you definitely need to enter. For example, that is name of the form. You must specify that. So use anything. My form, for example. After that, just a second, okay? Name is, you don't invent this, and these symbols you know from past tutorials, but this my form is something you can think about. So it's up to you to how to name your form. It's totally up to you. These things, this and this is carved in stone. You need to use them, but this right here between quotes, that's up to you. Now, action. What is this actually? With this you are telling what kind of background application or script you will use to process your data. So there is no point in entering data if you don't know why. So this will be some, for example, PHP script that will be doing something with the data. It is not important. It can be in other languages, all kind of combinations, but let's say for sake of simplicity that will be PHP. So I don't know, for example, let's name it processing or process. Now what? Method. Which method we will use to pass that data from form to our PHP script? There is two options: method post and method get. We will not get into details. We will learn that a lot about post and get into tutorials about PHP. From now on, for sake of simplicity, we will use post. So you need to specify this method post. Now what? Just a second. Okay. Now what? The name of actual field where you will enter your data. Your name or name of that person. You're making some kind of, I don't know, database for police forces where they need to have overview of criminals in your area. Just example. You know, what's that game? GTA 5? I don't know. GTA, oh sorry. GTA, yeah. Name. And then after that, just put break. One simple break. So absolutely minimalistic HTML approach. Input type is actual field. So this is name of the field, or this what's the term in English? Description of the field, and this is actual name. Input, you must write this. Input type of data that you will enter is text. Name of actual field, let it be data for name. This is important because you will use this into your PHP. So you must specify this, data for name. You can be creative. I'm not creative at the moment, but you can put some better English sentence. Now after that, just put one break. And let's see our result. See, simple. but that's not enough. Now let's do the same thing for last name. Last name, simple break, and then input field type is, of course, text. What else? Name, which is important for PHP, is data for last name, and one break. Now what? Now you need to make a button, submit button. How to do that? It's really easy. Again, use input, because we are dealing with inputs here. Type is not text anymore, it's submit. You need to specify this. Now value, let it be submit here. You can change this, it's up to you. This value you can change, but this must be absolutely submit and nothing else. So submit here. And that's it basically. Am I recording? Yes. And let's refresh. Of course it's a little bit ugly, so let's use a couple of breaks. And here it's decent now. Now what is important to remember? Let's go through all of it. You need to open form and close form, and then for a specified name of your form you need to do that. The action is actual processing file, the thing that will hook up to database. In this case this is PHP processing file. Process is the name of that file. The method, two types, post and get. Don't worry about it, we will describe in details that in lessons about PHP. That's method, you need to specify that. After that, use description of field, in this case name, and then make actual field with inputs. When you are defining inputs, absolutely you must use type, text, and you need to have some kind of name to pass that thing to process.php. A must. Okay, so this is simplest possible way, even invalid way today, but I'm absolutely sure that you get the point. Now input for submit, you must state submit here, and this value thing you can change that. It can be even stars, it's totally up to you. See, it's totally up to you. Now when I click here with some data, it's not important, the form will try to go to PHP, but there is no PHP file, so I got some kind of error. So your file was not found, this file was not found, but that's okay, that's perfectly fine. Let's delete these stars, it looks a little bit weird, a little bit cryptic. So that's it. It's really simple stuff. You can practice. Actually, only in this lesson I will say to hang around a little bit longer and practice this, because once when you get this, if you're absolute beginner, everything else will be breeze. Still, it's really simple, and even if you make some kind of error, you are perfectly fine. You cannot know everything at the first shot. So just practice, chill, and over time we will get to the point where you can actually start making dynamic websites, content management systems, the things with database behind. Don't worry, there will be a lot of tutorials. So practice this. I'm saying in only this tutorial, do invest a little bit of time seriously to understand this. It's not difficult, but still. And of course you can play around with beautifying this, putting into tables. It doesn't make sense, but just for sake of practicing, put into tables. You can get some kind of image right here. So imagine that image or image site is advertising. So you're trying to give yourself options to play around how your website with money making options will can actually look like. So imagine that you have right here advertising and here and some links to the left side. You can use tables to do that, and that's old way of doing things, but still I do know that some people are making money even today with tables with minimum of CSS. So it is possible uh, to do that. 10 minutes already. Thank you for watching and see you in next tutorials.